and welcome back. No funny intros today, we're cutting straight to business. And what business is that? Well, that is going to be the Arca mini accessory pack from Alter Bags. Cue the intro, let's talk about this. Alright, and welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Esk8, and I am your host and #1 hub hater, Scott Dread. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Arca mini accessory pack from Alter Bags. Before we get started here, if you really like the content we've been producing on the channel and you want to see more of it, you can help us out tremendously by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications. Alright, let's get into it, quite literally here. So what this is a light accessory pack that's meant to replace like something like a backpack or, like a skate bag. So this is actually designed here, and we'll see if you can take a look at this, to actually sit on the board. And how it does that is it has this kind of like molly strap arrangement on the back. So, and then it has these straps that go on the back, and then you just strap it to the deck using these guys. Super simple, right? Let me get into why I got this thing. And that was primarily because when I was out on rides, and mostly group rides, I wanted to bring like my medium format, but I didn't want to bring like a really bulky photography backpack. And when I saw this thing and I saw they had like some camera gear in it and just kind of sitting lay flat and just right on the board, and you could just reach down, pop it open and pull out, like your gear, that felt perfect to me. Special thanks to them for obliging me and sending out a review copy for me to check out for you guys here. So let's take a look at what makes this thing tick. Green. And boy, does that green really pop. Very interesting choice, but I will say a little bit better than just standard black or gray. It adds quite a bit of visual interest. All right, so the first thing you're going to notice here is this kind of mesh webbing strap. This is basically just like a travel organizer, and it's modular, kind of like rubberized, grippy straps, and you can kind of move things around as you like and adjust them to, well, it's really handy to have something like this to kind of keep everything in place and keep all your gear kind of out of the way. and then you can have kind of like your more primary, super useful stuff on the top here. And then this is actually repeated on the bottom. So there are 2 of these plates, and we'll check that out in a moment. And then of course, there's just kind of a standard little zipper bag up here to kind of keep, you know, medical kits or spare belts or cable chargers or what have you. So yeah, nice, simple. And here is the main event. Boom. All right, so it's a bit of a mess right now. Again, we have that same kind of webbing arrangement on the top there as the same as the other side. And then what's nice is that we have these kind of modular Velcro panels that kind of flip around and allow you to really kind of just make whatever kind of layout you want, which is super handy. And so let's kind of give an example of what you would probably be looking at with that. One of the main things that you're probably going to toss in this thing is chargers. And that's probably going to be the biggest question I get is, what kind of chargers can you fit in here? Well, let's take a look at some. This kind of generic 12S DIY charger that I have here. So as we can see, that just kind of fits in there like that, no problem. You can even do it off to the side. Boom. Toss your gloves in there, toss your goggles, belts, boom, boom, boom. Look at that. It's like a nice deep dish pizza of gear. All right, so this is the Bkb Charger. And I believe this is also about the same dimensions as like the boosted and boosted stealth chargers, but makes no difference. That sits right in there. Of course, you can still fit all your gear. As a matter of fact, you can fit all the charges. I am just throwing things willy-nilly. Look at that. You can see the side. It's not really bulging out all that much. A little bit of struggle on the zipper there, but still smooth. Oh, the perennial favorite, the Evolve / the old Prototypo Charger. Boom, right there. You can see it again. All right, so what is all this Transformers nonsense leading up to? Well, say you need a little bit more fiber in your diet, a little something extra, a little more oomph to top off. And what am I talking about? Am I just a crazy person talking to myself? No, I'm talking about the LaCroix Lone Star Charger. So, suffice it to say, you definitely won't be keeping much else in there, but definitely still have room for a couple of gadgets, some extra belts, and of course your all-important sunglasses. Yeah, who needs gloves? Boom. Oh, but it fits. And that kind of illustrates my point here, is that whatever you can kind of throw at this thing, it will take. And that's really why I like it. So what things do I not really like about it? One of the things that I noticed when I was riding around on this is that if you are riding on something like a LaCroix or something like a Cali where there's not a lot of grip tape kind of in the middle and you have kind of like bare sections, there is a bit of play when it's sitting on there. Not so much like back and forth, more kind of like side to side, as it were. Not a lot, maybe like an inch either way, but it is noticeable. It's less of a problem, like I said, on more normal longboards where you have like grip tape down the middle to kind of, for it to bite onto. So what I would like to see in kind of like a version 2 of this is something like a Velcro patch in the middle here, and then bundled along with a little slap-on kind of like 3M sticky-sided Velcro patch that you can actually affix to the board. Some people will probably balk at that idea. It's like, so I'd much rather have it stay secure in the middle of the board than kind of bounce around a little bit. But other than that, it stays super secure. I didn't have it really banging into my feet one way or the other. And then the other thing is, what I would really like to see is shoulder clips to put in like a strap, like a shoulder strap, to convert this into kind of like a tote bag. When I was going out on group rides and like I had to leave the board to like sit or charge, and I wanted to like go in and like I didn't want to leave my camera gear outside or my wallet or my keys or whatever I was keeping in there. I could just unstrap it, but then I'm kind of walking around with these straps dangling off of the bag and it looks kind of weird. But overall, like, it also is just kind of useful to have as like kind of like a top kit too, and that kind of would extend the usefulness of it, as it were. So just kind of a nice feature I'd like to have. And speaking of features, let's talk about colorways. There is really only one right now, and that is this kind of charcoal light gray. And I've been informed that the V2 should have their gunmetal black. I don't know when or if that's coming, but it would be nice to see this in maybe a few different interior colors as well as some exterior colors. You know, like black and red or black and interior blue or something like that. Or, you know, maybe do like a high visibility version of this, or have something that has like reflective stripes around the side. That would be nice. Just kind of like some general kind of quality of life enhancements that would be really nice for this. And the other thing too is I did notice that the grip tape where it bit into is already starting to fray. And I've had this bag about 3 weeks and I'm not really too concerned about it. I think these are mostly cosmetic, but it would be nice to see like if there was some like reinforced, like rubberized kind of coating on the bottom here instead of just like the standard fabric. So just to make it a little bit more durable. But other than that, I don't really have too many complaints about it. So yeah, if you are going to get the mini pack, this really is more of like an upgrade option. So I would highly recommend looking at the backpack as well and kind of purchasing them together to kind of make up for like the shipping. It's another $20 for the FedEx Express shipping. And it is fast shipping, by the way. I got this, it shipped out from Singapore and I think I got it within like a week, which is ridiculous. And now that is to the US. I can't speak to worldwide, but I think if you're not gonna like go in with a friend and kind of like save a bit on shipping and buy a couple of these, this is definitely a really solid upgrade option, more as like a standalone purchase. So just something to consider. So that has been the Arca mini accessory pack, a solid Esk8 gear option for those of you looking for a low profile and lightweight solution to kind of ride around without a backpack. I had a lot of fun tooling around with this thing. Again, thank you to Alter for sending this out to me. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments there, and I will leave a link to this product down in the description. Until next time, stay safe out there, Blade Riders.